Praise the Lord, everybody. Welcome to On Point, the number one Saturday morning Christian-based call-in talk show in America, live every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on any smart device at David G. Evans, the number one. We're so honored and glad that you've decided to join us today. We need you to do us a favor. Like us, subscribe to us, hit that notification bell. None of that costs you anything, but it does help us as we spread the On Point message across this nation and around the world. Once again, so glad you joined us, and invite a couple people right now to invite into this conversation that they might benefit from a kingdom-based, faith-based conversation about all the things that are going on around us today. We often say, like the sons of Issachar noted in the Old Testament, not only understanding the times, but knowing exactly what to do. So we welcome you today, all our legacy callers. Once again, good morning to all of you that are new callers. We love talking to new callers. So you can give us a call at 866-743-8267. That's 866-743-8267, 866-74-EVANS. Give us a call, toll free, from anywhere around the world. We love to talk to you this morning. Once again, joining us is our world-famous co-host, Reverend Nicholas A. Smith.
Good morning, all.
How you doing, man?
Hanging in there. How you doing?
I really don't know where to
There's
start
so
today.
much going on this week.
I am I'm learning some things that the general public does not know.
Okay.
Regarding legislation and things that have been passed that negatively affect voting rights in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
So this redistricting thing that's going on, purely for political advantage,
Mm-hmm.
and disenfranchising certain neighborhoods and people from their right to vote.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the public thinks it's all about the redistricting that we see on the news.
Mm-hmm.
But they've already passed some stuff to weaken, or if you will, take the teeth out of the voting rights bill. So they left the voting rights bill in place, but some of the things that guarantee people's right to vote have been weakened or eliminated altogether. And I was shocked, because I know we tend to be relatively informed, but I had no idea they had me so focused on the redistricting piece. Didn't know that they were doing that as a result of some other things they had done behind the scenes, and the average American doesn't know.
Yep, that's true. And he just put one of those election deniers in charge of election integrity. So they're setting up for 2026 to make sure. And I didn't know, it makes sense when the person's their NAACP is suing Texas for the redistricting.
Okay.
And I always knew the minority is big in Texas, but they say Texas is 40% white, 60% minority. And that's 40% group is trying every way possible.
That's why they're doing it.
I knew the numbers were high, but I thought it would at least be like 50-50, half-half. But I can see why they're so scared for their position. And, so we'll see what happens going on there. But, Missouri's trying to redistrict.
But the problem is that I think that what they're used to is Democrats just waving their hand and talking about this is such a shame. They're actually offended by the fact that Democratic states are saying, we're going to take advantage of the fact that we outnumber you all.
Yeah.
We actually can switch this stuff up too. And it's almost as though most bullies do not consider the competition.
Yep.
They automatically assume a disability. Or a lack of ability, and that's why they get surprised.
Yeah.
Because they just assume either you're not going to hit me back, you're going to be afraid, you're going to run away, and then when somebody actually fights them, they're actually offended by the fact that you would defend yourself against something that I'm doing to you. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense at all. It doesn't. But like you said, they're trying to find different ways to stop this. And now that we're on voting, it just popped up when Trump talked about wanting to eliminate mail-in voting. Most of his people that are seniors are mail-in voters. He mailed and voted.
I know.
The troops mail and vote. Like, are they thinking, unless this is political theater, Or are they thinking through, actually, no, they've set a precedent, they do something, and then when the consequences come,
Or
yeah,
they've already decided that they can manage whatever mail-in votes come in to
That's
their
true.
benefit.
yeah,
You know, it's very common with this modern political arena that we find ourselves in. Our president accuses people of what he's guilty of.
hmm
I mean, it's so consistent. You don't have to have a gift of pattern recognition to see
yeah,
that if he's accusing you of something, it's because he's already done it or he's thinking about doing it.
yeah,
This administration does it, and the people working around him do the same thing. And if you just listen to him, it's like in a fight.
Yeah.
If you study a guy long enough, he has some tells. He blinks hard before he throws a
Yeah.
punch. He inhales before something.
yeah,
There's a pattern there.
yeah,
And if you just study the way politicians are working now, you just simply have to watch them closely,
it's true.
and they'll predict what they're about
What
to
to
do.
do. Yep. And going back to the boy, I'm glad you gave that example. Like, I'm sure with some fights you may have had, some stuff, they think they're winning when you're actually studying them to figure
Absolutely.
out,
Absolutely.
okay, you hit me, cool. Okay, you hit me, cool.
Absolutely.
And it's like, and you're like,
Absolutely.
the whole time you're
Absolutely.
studying.
Taking in data.
Yeah. And then when you come back, they're like, how'd you do that?
Oh,
well,
I watched you for a minute.
yeah.
You know,
It was the
just-
rope a dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
give them a chance to.
It's just reveal yourself so I can do something.
Yeah,
too.
there you go.
You know, so the issue
Yeah.
now is that I'm seeing more and more people that are trying to separate their vote
Yep.
from their candidate, which is really silly.
Yep.
I didn't vote for that. You heard them say that what they were going to do. You cannot now, because you don't like the result,
Yep.
say you didn't vote for it. You absolutely did.
You voted for all of this.
And I saw something the other day that I got to use in a sermon. Are people changing their minds because of pain or personal growth?
Okay. That's an interesting thought.
Yeah. Because if the pain causes you to be concerned about yourself, but still have no empathy for anyone else that's being affected by all the other things that you're believing in, then you're just experiencing pain.
Yeah.
Personal growth, however, means that suddenly I have a revelation that I need to be concerned about more than just myself.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are experiencing pain,
It's pain. Yeah.
but not personal growth.
It's pain. I don't listen to Bill Maher much,
Yeah.
but I heard a clip he did last week. I thought it was brilliant. It made sense.
Okay.
Something so simple. Going through what your pain and
Right.
growth part. He said Trump has a good way of pinpointing people's individual needs. That need that they'll overlook everything else to get that need met.
Yeah.
So Trump figured, I don't need everybody in this group. I just need to get these little small numbers from these groups, like overtime, no tax on overtime, you know, this. And he'd start talking to each individual group, promising something, and picked off 4% here, 8% here,
Right.
8% here.
Right.
And people, they voted for him based off one thing and overlooked everything else. But the pain they're experiencing now is they thought he would never change up on them in other areas.
Well, the promises, and I agree with you totally, the promises were actually a lie. Because, no, I'm not, all they heard was no tax on overtime.
Yeah.
But they didn't understand what the components of that assertion were. And that 25 grand you can't live on in this country. So, no, I'm not going to tax that. But you weren't paying much tax on that anyway.
Right.
But so I'm gonna really jam you once you get over 25 grand.
Yes.
So when you actually start making some money.
You're going to start taking more
Now
money.
the other part that's in Project 2025 that they haven't brought out yet because they know it's going to be absolutely crazy. Project 2025 talks about overtime becoming illegal.
Yep.
That businesses will not have to pay overtime. So if there's not going to be any overtime, why the heck am I worried about no taxes on overtime?
Exactly.
When there's not going to be.
Not going to be any.
But that's the game that's being played. But
Yeah.
since they know we're not going to read a 1,000-page document,
Yep.
I mean, it's evil.
It is.
But it's brilliant.
It is brilliant.
Okay, we're going to give them a 1,000-page document. We know they're not going to read it.
Yep. And let them go with it.
And let them vote on it.
Yeah.
And then let them tell us that he has nothing to do with the document.
Yep.
And his name's in there 300 sometime.
Mm-hmm.
That's like saying Jesus is not written about in the New Testament.
Yeah. His name is all over.
His name's all over
all
the
over. Yep. Yeah. And the people that helped write it are in his office now, the cabinet. But the tax and overtime thing,
There you
right?
go.
The people. Okay. I heard somebody say this week. I'm glad you brought that up. Well, I'm glad to be able to save individuals $12,000, couple 25, like you were saying.
Okay.
I worked on minimum wage at one point in time. I'm sure all of us have.
Yeah.
I'm like, do y'all know how long it takes to make $12,000 on minimum wage and overtime? It's probably going to take you the whole year
To get to 12.
to get to 12. So you're talking about, I'm going to save $12,000.
How?
You're not saving that much
You're not
in the
gonna
grand
make it.
scheme of things. You're
You're
probably
not
not going to
gonna
make
make
it. Like, because they're only taxing the half part, not the time.
No.
So you're going to make an extra $20, $50 a week in overtime that they're not going to tax.
People are not, they're not counting and they're not thinking.
No.
Okay, what does that exactly do for me?
Yes.
How much do I have to work to get to the point? But the reality is, if you're at minimum wage, you're having a rough time.
Yeah.
But we've said it for years. The reason there's been no changes in minimum wage from a federal point of view is because it's disadvantageous to corporations.
It is.
You got to work 2 jobs
Yep.
to make 25 or 30 grand a year. And I mean 2 full-time jobs.
Yep.
That's a rough way.
That is.
Okay.
And this lie that every wealthy person is benevolent,
That's not true.
and if you give them tax breaks,
That's
they're
not
going
true.
to
That's not true.
give raises.
Part of
It's-
most people being wealthy is holding on to as much as they can.
Yes.
And if they do donate, it's for tax reasons.
There you go.
So the lottery's up to $1 billion. The winner gets $485 million out of the $1 billion. So it's at a 50-some% tax rate.
Yeah.
Now, just for instance, a billionaire wins the lottery. Does that person pay the regular rate at what would be 50-some%? Or does that person, because they're in a certain income bracket, pay capital gains?
Yeah.
Because
That's
the reason that the income tax system seems so imbalanced is because regular folk working every day pay somewhere between 30 and 35% in income tax. Wealthy people pay capital gains. 15%.
And bankrupt people in the process.
Yes.
When I learned how Mitt Romney made most of his money,
How do you make it?
he going into companies, buying them, laying, the whole thing, laying
Oh, yeah.
everybody off.
Oh, yeah.
Getting it to a place
Takeovers.
of productivity, take over, sell it, do another company.
But where's
And
his faith in that? The number of thousands of people you have to put out of work to gain your wealth, the families that have to go into a problem. No different than our president. He bankrupted companies. And I watched an interview one year when they said, you think about the number of people that are negatively affected. And his answer was, I haven't broken any laws.
Yeah, none.
So, but you cannot disconnect your decisions from the lives of the people that are affected.
Exactly.
But in order to do those kinds of things, Romney or anybody else, if I'm a takeover guy and I come in saying, okay, I'm going to make $10 billion off this deal, but I'm going to unemploy 30,000 people, and that's just doing business, and then call yourself a person of faith. Where's Jesus in that?
There's nowhere in the Gospels in there.
Okay, I didn't think there
No.
was any gospel.
No.
We've got some callers. We've got Karen from Atlanta. We've got Robin from Bear, Delaware. Tom from Fort Lauderdale. This is On Point, the #1 Saturday morning Christian-based call-in talk show in America, live every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on any smart device. At David G. Evans, the #1. That's at David G. Evans, the #1. Give us a call. We want to talk to our new callers. We love talking to our legacy callers. Let's go to Karen. Hi, Karen.
Yes.
How you doing this morning?
I am doing good. How are you?
Everything's wonderful. God is good all the time.
Yeah.
Good morning, Bishop and Pastor Nick.
Good morning.
I just want to say this. I was talking to my husband, and I heard Pastor Reverend Sharpton earlier this week talking about how we have to come together for this DEI and everything. And you know what I noticed? The Republicans always do the smoke and mirrors with us.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about DEI and how we have to stop this, and we're going to stop going to these stores, but no one's talking about the voting. Down here in Atlanta, they're dropping thousands off of the voter registry.
Wow.
No one's talking about that. It's, everybody's getting geared towards, let's not go to Target. We're not going to Walmart, Sam's and those places because of the DEI. But I'm saying, where are we? Where are the leaders? There's no one there. No one's saying this. Let's get together and let's do this.
I think the issue for us is something we were talking about a little earlier. A lot of diversions are presented to keep us focused on that. Not saying those things aren't important, but there's some other things happening behind the scenes that we're not aware of. Laws are being changed. Cases are going in front of the Supreme Court, and some of the teeth out of some of the things that support voter registration, right to vote. I mean, I've always thought it was silly that we have to have re-voting on the right to vote in America. I think that's absolutely insane. But it's diabolical because the last time I was in the Rose Garden and that president signed off on the voting rights bill, everybody's celebrating and they're asking me why I'm so sober. And I said, I'm just appalled that we're here to watch the right to vote get reaffirmed.
Yep.
Why is that necessary in this country? Because someone with far vision noticed that the population balance was changing, which means the power to elect was changing. So these people need to be vulnerable every 50 years.
Yep.
It's true. Crazy.
It is. It is.
And they're going to take it away. If they get an opportunity, they will definitely take it away. And I hate to say it, I'm 62. These younger people, they have no idea because they just have blinders on. That's all they have on. They don't understand what our ancestors went through, what our grandparents and our parents. My mother went through chemo, did her chemo treatment, and went down to vote.
Look, my mom was deathly ill. But that day when President Obama was being elected, she refused to stay in the house. It took us an eternity to get from the car to the voting booth, but she said she was going, and she meant it. Because, you live through those things. Now, I lived through some civil rights things, and my own children are very naive as it relates to everybody is the same and everybody is treated the same. Yes, we are all human beings. Yes, we all have been created in the image and likeness of God. No, we don't all operate or live our lives reflecting that image.
Yep.
And this, my young children feel as though there's no difference. So there's a naivety about, yes, we're all supposed to be together, but there are some challenges that we have to go through in our nation. And to that guy that said there's no racism in the country, it's just silly. We hope that it's getting better, but I've been saying for years, we've been on this journey, but there are times when I don't think we've traveled very far.
I agree.
And now is giving me the impression, once again, we haven't traveled very far. Women are still fighting for rights. Our other citizens that are not Caucasian are fighting for rights. In America, that's built upon the melting pot theory. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's sad. If we don't wake up, we're going to be lost.
Well, it's anti-Christ and it's anti-Bible. And some people would like to say that it is, but all you have to do is go to your Bible and go to the story about the Samaritan. And you've got an individual who helps or, quote, loves his neighbor. Anything
Well,
opposite of that is not God. So
it's
those that come in from outside are supposed to be welcome into our country. The other thing that blows my mind, Karen, is this. If you look at the statistics and the amount of crime that immigrants commit versus native citizens, the native citizens are at least 10 times more violent.
Yep.
yes, definitely.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
How's things in Atlanta?
Well, the governor has enacted the National Guard to help the police.
Why?
Listen, he's a Trumper, and they are definitely on getting rid of all of these illegal immigrants. You know, it's sad. It's really sad. And my thing is, every day we got 2 or 3 people being killed by some type of gun, tragedy, children, and they're trying to get rid of illegals. And a lot of these people are just people out here trying to make $1. They're working. And I don't understand what they're doing with this, because guess what? You ain't going to find no black folks going to pick no lettuce. They're not going to get no pecans up. They're not doing any of that.
No.
But in their minds, they think that.
They think they're going to force us back into the fields?
Not in the field, but I think they think they're going to force us back to those remedial jobs.
No.
We're going to do this.
It's not going to happen.
It's sad. And, the other thing I noticed, and I want to say this real quick, a lot of pastors, and I'm talking black pastors, white pastors, Bishop, they're not preaching the Bible. They're taking a little bit, and they're spewing that.
That's dangerous.
They're forgetting.
That's
They're
dangerous.
forgetting what's underneath. And I always tell people, if they're quoting a Bible verse, you need to go back and read that whole chapter so you can get everything that's in there, because sometimes, not that it's out of context, but you have to understand everything. What happened before it, what happened after it.
The problem that I found with modern day preaching is this. The Bible in itself is motivational, but that's not all the Bible is about.
Right.
And what we're hearing is a lot of motivational speaking. And what that is trying to appeal, I believe, to the population that wants to be inspired, but does not personally want to grow spiritually.
Yes.
So when we're talking about business, and I love business, we're talking about professions, and I love professionals, we are minimizing the spiritual integrity of the faith and just concentrating on, if you do this, if you do that, if you do this, you're going to be okay. Well, the fact of the matter is, the Bible's clear. What does it profit us if we gain the whole world and lose our souls? What I'm saying is that modern preaching has to be relevant to the culture, but cannot lose its irrelevancy to God.
Yep.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Thanks for calling.
Well, I thank you for listening to me. You have
Absolutely.
a great and blessed day, okay?
All right, now.
Thank
Take
you.
it easy.
All right.
Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Going to Robin from Delaware. Hey, Robin. Robin,
Good morning, Bishop.
how you doing?
Good morning.
Good. Good morning, Pastor Nick.
Hi.
How y'all doing this morning?
You're doing all
Good,
right.
good.
Why, you sounding very pleasant, so what you going to do?
Well, look, I've been ordered by Sister Crystal. These last 2 questions, 1 statement. That's it.
All right. Go ahead. You got your 2 questions. You're on the clock right now.
But first, Bishop, y'all me last. I want to apologize to you regarding last Saturday.
What about it?
I know you be trying to finish your thought when I may, say things, and I sometimes will talk over you, trying to help him finish, make sure I stay on, topic. But I said I wanted to apologize to you for that.
I appreciate that, Robin, but, I took no offense to it, but...
Okay, I still, want to apologize.
I know how you are. Disobedient, disobedient, and out of order. I know all that.
Bishop, all right. But my 2 questions.
Okay.
The first one is, how often do you and Pastor Nick fast? I'm thinking about doing that 3-day fast again that I did before with nothing. So I wanted to know, how often do y'all, fast
I
when
think it's
you
up to
need
I think it's up to the individual, Robin.
Okay.
Of course, we have corporate fast here at church a couple times a year.
Right.
And then a couple times, well, they're corporate when we have them, and we have the extended fast, I think, twice a year. And then we have the Wednesday or one day thing going on several times a year. So it's just a matter of personal preference and where you want to be with God, because fasting is supposed to bring us closer to the Lord, further consecrate our walk. It definitely opens us up spiritually to hearing and processing the Word at a higher level of spirituality. So there's so many different, and then there's health benefits to fasting. So God does not tell us to do things. This is why I have a problem with people that whip themselves and all. God does not tell us to do things that cause us personal harm. Man, it's just so simple. So you're sitting around whipping yourself.
Doing that.
That's what they used to do back in the old days. That was supposed to be sanctifying you, consecrating you.
How about this?
I mean, we've come through so many phases.
Okay.
But
Right.
God I read in the Bible does not tell you to do things that are going to harm you.
Right. He does things that help. He tells you things that's going to help you and help you grow, and that's true. So, but the last question is, and I want you to make. I want. Well, because I don't want Sister Crystal to get me when she see me.
Okay.
But my son, 3 years ago, it was 3 years, June the 9th, where he lost his kid's mom, his girlfriend. They wasn't married, and I see I think he's still hurting from that, because like I told you before, he was a deacon in his former church. The pastor moved to Texas. Then that pastor passed away, and I see a difference by me being here with him. So I'm wondering what I can do to help, to help him. Now, he does sometimes listen to service. He may stop and listen, but he doesn't go to church or anything. So I just want to know what I can do as a mother, but as a child of God, to where I don't want to say things to him that may push him, further, or he may get upset.
Well, I think one of the things that human beings do with regularity is when they are under stresses, their reactions oftentimes put them in positions to worsen themselves. Anytime you isolate yourself, you get isolated with your thoughts and your feelings, and you either have a choice of feeding those feelings or fighting those feelings. And most human beings go through a season where they're feeding those feelings first, so you watch them get worse right before your eyes. Because when you're talking to yourself, very few people in life disagree with themselves. So if he's been isolating himself, especially from the house of God, he will not begin to recover. If he was serving at a deacon's level, and now he's refusing to go to church, because he basically does not understand, watch this now, why he had to go through a tragedy that he has watched other people go through. There's the dilemma. Why this happened to me? Why this happened to me? He needs to find a good church. Get in it, get in the fellowship of other strong men, under a strong pastor, that's going to teach him the Word of God, because even though this challenge was tremendous, it's not the last one he's going to face. So he's got to do a Samson. He's got to get up, shake himself, and get back in the game. Now,
because all he does is work.
Yeah, well, that's therapy for some people. I know it's therapy for me. And for years, work kept me somewhat sane. So I understand the therapeutic action, especially for men, that work has. It's structure, it's discipline, it's provision. It covers a lot of stuff with men, and it is part of a man's identity. So those things are not bad, but he needs to add something to that equation, and that is returning to God. God's never left him. He's got to return to God, because tragedy gives, if we allow it, gives us the sense that God is distant from us. But the Bible says,
the kids could have been in a car with her too when she had the accident.
He gets closer. He's very present in the time of trouble. That's what the Bible says. So he's actually, we actually avoid recovery, because if there's any guilt regarding anyone who passed away, then he's also dealing with that.
Yeah, because I can tell he's depressed. I mean, but it's like he's just quiet. I mean, my son's, 46? He's always been like quiet, but I can tell the difference. I just wanted to know anything I can say, or I just keep praying for him.
Just encourage him, that's all, and pray for him. Just encourage him.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. That's all I have.
All right.
And I'll see you guys.
If he needs to call me, tell him to call me.
Yeah, I'm trying to still get Tamara to call you.
Well, Tamara, there's no excuse because she's been around me, so, she
knows. I know.
She knows she can. See, that's why she doesn't. She knows she can.
Yeah.
Tell that girl I
we
said
got
hello.
her.
Tell that girl I said hello.
All right, I will. All right, see y'all later. All right, love.
Bye. 866-743-8267, 866-743-8267. Toll free, 866-74-EVANS. Give us a call. We're going to Tom in Fort Lauderdale. Hey, Tom, how you doing?
Good morning, Bishop. How you doing, Pastor Nick?
What's up?
Doing all right. We're spreading all over the country. LaRonda from Oakland, New Jersey. I thought that was Oakland, California. Oakland, New Jersey. I didn't know we had an Oakland.
Yeah. It's
Wow.
out by Haddonfield.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oakland. Okay. Hey, Tom, what's going on, man?
Well, you asked me last week, how much is that Alcatraz, alligator Alcatraz cost?
Yeah.
Well, the figures came out yesterday.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, they said the opening cost $25 million. Now, they didn't say how much it was to operate it, but $25 million to open it.
So what's it costing every day to operate?
They didn't give that out, but they're closing it definitely. There's only about 100 people left there. They moved them all out. And the funny thing is the governor who said this will never close and everything else, he did not come on and say it's closing. He had one of his underlings do the news conference because a couple judges have declared this thing illegal. It was
Here's my problem.
more so environmentally illegal.
Let me ask you a question. In a season when we're supposed to be really focused on government waste, is that considered waste, or does the governor of your state consider that a good use of funds?
That has to be horrible. You talk about $25 million plus whatever it costs daily, gone.
That has to be. The daily cost has to be in the millions.
I'm pretty sure it was, but that hasn't been released yet.
So there are some numbers. They're saying that it could cost, if they kept it going, it would cost $450 million a year to run. That's a lot of money for the whole year. Now, somebody's getting rich off of this,
Absolutely.
Oh, yes. Definitely.
Yeah, for them to shut it down, they have to pay $15 to $20 million immediately.
To shut it down?
At the shutdown, yes.
So 25 to build it.
Yeah.
15 to shut it down.
Yes.
450 million to run it a year.
Yes. And then, but if they, here's the crazy part.
$500 million.
Right, yes. If they shut it down totally, they can actually lose up to $218 million.
Why?
Because Florida signed $405 million in vendor contracts. So the state could lose that $218 million that they invested in it. And especially if they have to break it down and restructure and all that.
They got to pay contracts.
All that. So this
and
is
those contractors are looking for people. You can see people on ads online to work down there. So there's a lot going on.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If for it to cost that money and look that much money and look that bad, that's like you said, government waste. It all determines on, Yeah.
Unbelievable. So you guys have? I didn't know you guys had an extra $500 million to throw away.
Yeah.
Oh, you told me something I didn't know either. Bishop, changing it a little bit earlier. You talked about kind of the rope-a-dope. People don't do anything, not what you did earlier. Now, if I remember right, Trump got in trouble for falsifying documents on housing.
Absolutely.
Now we have a lady who, because he's afraid to go out after the head of the feds, because that guy told him I ain't leaving, ain't nothing you could do about it. So the last person to become a member, who happened to be a black lady, he goes after her saying she falsified some records years ago to get a mortgage.
You talking about years ago?
It didn't happen yesterday. The lady he's trying to fire from the Fed.
Yeah, Lisa Cook.
See, they were given the impression that she got the mortgage while she was working with the Fed.
I got the impression this happened a little longer ago.
Well,
either way,
they would conflate it. They would conflate it to try to act like she'd done something illegally, based on the fact that she was in the position she was in, and that's why she got the favor that she got. But this present administration cannot say anything about that.
Exactly.
That's my point.
3.2%, 3.2% interest rate, or whatever it was, does not up the $2 billion that the family got from another country or a jet. Come on.
It's nothing. I mean, literally, it's nothing to do. They have to find something on this lady.
Yeah.
They were digging deep, and they're doing that with every opponent.
Yeah.
That Trump doesn't like.
Yeah. Now, I haven't heard anything else on who's the guy they raided his house the other day.
Bolton.
Bolton. I haven't heard anything else on that.
Oh, he's quiet and fighting back though. He not gonna lay down on this. I believe he did say that he's not.
They should have left him alone.
He's not gonna lay down on this.
They should have left him alone.
I saw a thing about him.
Because he's got too much information.
Too much information.
They pulled his security clearance, not clearance, security details off him also, and they showed the number of people that Trump personally yanked their security from, or Secret Service from, and they were all enemies, people who wrote a book or said something about him. If you didn't say anything about him, he still had the Secret Service protection.
Yeah.
This guy is pointing people out like a dictator, doing things that are crazy.
And here's what's strange about, because yesterday it came out that Vice President Harris, her security detail was being eliminated immediately. But that President Biden, now I thought that our present president respected executive orders because he writes so many of them. Okay, so what does Biden do? Biden extends Vice President Harris's Secret Service detail for 18 months. Okay. I didn't know till yesterday that President Biden had extended Trump's family's security
Yes, he did.
With the Secret Service for like 2 extra years.
Yep. He did.
That means nothing to Trump.
It means nothing.
Bishop.
I know. And with the shooting going on, some Trump supporters were, now they're calling for gun control. But when Trump was shot at, where was Democrats saying we need to ban guns?
Calling for that long before he ever got shot.
Yes, and even when he got shot, Biden said we need to do something about these guns to make this shouldn't happen. I celebrate Biden for sticking to his character,
right?
Even though people aren't treating him the same.
Yep.
That says a lot.
Yep.
And to go after a man like, come on. But when you're vindictive.
When you're small.
Yeah.
In several different ways.
Yeah. Bishop, I have to ask Pastor Nick this.
Yes, Tom. Come on, Tom.
I'm talking about hands.
Hands. I know you're talking about. Come on, Tom. Come on, Tom. Hurry up.
Did you see the U.S. Open?
Yes. What was going on?
Oh, the girl.
Elena, I'm trying to pronounce her last name. Ospinola, and this new lady, Taylor Thompson.
She doing her thing too.
Yeah.
I think she won last night again too.
She can play.
She won last night, I think.
She can play. But I thought that was. I thought that was. I saw the champ being asked the question, and she really soft pedaled her answer. Well, I just tried to tell her, to calm down a little bit, and just tried to reassure her, things are going to be. Things are going to be all right. But that's what the champ said about the girl that did the insulting at the net. But you can't, as a man 73, if the first thing you say to me after I whip your behind internationally, then see, that's part of the problem.
Yeah.
A local butt whipping with no television is fine.
Yeah, fine, yeah.
But an international butt whipping, a primetime butt whipping, that can sting a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, so if you come at me with your low class, uneducated, and a bunch of other stuff like that, that is not just would she had said that to another person from her country?
No.
She got her butt thoroughly whipped by a sister.
I just, all right, walk to the net and say you're sorry.
Yeah, you lost. Yeah.
Good game.
Mm-hmm. Take
your net, go home.
Yep.
I never saw anybody approach Serena like that.
Oh, no, nigga. No. No, she
All
got
this
that
aggression didn't happen when Serena was playing.
Nah.
I see people scream at her from the other side of the court, but
not close up.
Not right up in her face.
No.
Have you, Tom?
I think in the background of her head, she was thinking, man, not another one.
Because the girl can play.
Mm-hmm.
She can play. And I didn't know this year's Open was celebrating HBCUs.
I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't know till the day before yesterday.
Okay.
It's pretty good. And they had a HBCU band out there and all that
nice.
kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
It's cool.
How you feeling, Tom? You all right?
Hanging in there, bitch. Doing my thing.
All right. Good to see you, man.
Yep.
Hey, take care.
Talk to you
See
now.
ya.
Let's go to LaRonda from Oakland, New Jersey. Hey, LaRonda.
Hi.
How you doing?
Hello.
Welcome to On Point.
Hi. I'm just so disappointed at the fact that
you got to turn your device down in the background. You're getting a delay.
Okay. Okay, let me turn my mic.
Yeah, turn that down.
Okay.
So you won't hear yourself.
I'm just so disappointed the fact that how our sitting president is firing the head, like the African American woman,
Yeah.
the federal and the DC, the woman from I'm just so tired of our president being so unpresidential. This man needs to just go retire somewhere. I'm just so tired of this man. Just firing people. These people need these jobs, and these people had these jobs. They put in jobs. They had these positions for a reason,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just firing these women like that. Like it's not settling for me.
What troubles me is how can you? First off, they fired a bunch of government people.
Yes.
And come to find out that they were firing people supposed to be cutting the excess, but they were increasing the debt at the same time.
Right.
Most women of color, Hispanics, but African American women don't know that since the presidential election and since they got in power, 300,000 professional African American women have been let go from their companies.
Right.
And I know it's not a rumor because we have 3 of them here in our church.
Right.
That were at the executive level, and when they switched the DEI thing, they kicked them out.
Right.
But nobody's talking about the white women that are being let go.
Yep.
Yes. That white woman from the DCA, the
CDC.
You know what I'm talking about?
The CDC.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're not talking about that. So the DEI thing is not just a color thing. The DEI thing is a female thing as well as other factors.
He's targeting women like why is he targeting women like that?
Because he doesn't like them. He doesn't like them.
I don't think he likes himself.
Well, I don't think you can do terrible things to people and care for yourself that much. I think when we're mean to other people, and this is anybody, it's not just him. When we're mean to other people, we're working out our own internal issues on other folk. Because the Bible's clear, out of the abundance of your heart, your mouth speaks. Issues of life flow from the heart.
Right.
All right? Bible lets us know when your gut is your God, then you're more instinctive than you are inspired.
Right.
So what we're seeing are people's hostilities being expressed. And there's one good thing about that. I've always said, when a gopher sticks his head up out of the hole, there's no saying you didn't see it.
Yep.
So
Right.
now people are being revealed to us, and we don't like it. What we suspected, which many times we're finding out to be true now. So we've got to have a very real view perspective on the state of our country, and we've got to work on the thing because they still exist. Now, some of these things have been a little bit behind the scenes, but these things are very, very, very strongly felt by a certain part of our country, and that needs to be healed.
Right.
So how you been?
Oh, I had better days, but just seeing this being displayed out on television like that.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's terrible, and it's like he doesn't have a care in the world, and it's like, how does he sleep at night?
Well,
like
billionaires live in a different. They live in a different life place than most people do. There's only like 82 of them, maybe 90 of them in the country. I mean, authentic billionaires. And their lives are nothing like ours. They don't have the normal concerns. They're not worrying about a hospital bill. They're not worrying about where food's coming from. They're not worried about paying mortgages or rent. A lot of them don't pay the same kind of taxes we pay. They pay capital gains, which is only 15%.
And by my understanding, Trump, he said, he's not even...
And he's making about $1 billion a day now.
He's not fit to that position. He's not a politician.
Well, you have to understand that a lot of things happen. Mediocrity is accepted for some folk. Exceptionalism is the qualification for others.
Yep.
So but those things are inequitable. And we have to work on those things. But at the end of the day, LaRonda, I need you to remember.
Yes.
God is in control. Do you understand me?
Yes.
All right. And at the end of the day, God is just like the government. When they're quiet, they're working. You better believe me. In a couple weeks, a month or so, you're going to see the hand of God plainly on this country. And part of the problem is some people are being misdirected by this Christian nationalism piece. And there's nothing biblical about that.
Yep.
We got to go, LaRonda.
Okay.
All right. Talk to you soon. Thanks for
God
calling.
bless you both.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Danny, your last caller for the day. How you doing, man?
Bishop, how you doing?
Hey.
Good morning, Pastor Nick.
Good hearing from you, man. Welcome to On Point again.
Yes, I tried to get in touch with you a couple of weeks ago and also last week, but things were seemed like y'all were jammed up pretty bad there. But I'll just notice right quick, so I won't waste time. I see that y'all are dressed a little warm today.
Bishop wears long sleeves.
I wear long sleeves all the time,
year round.
Danny. Year round.
Okay.
The only time I take my long sleeves off, my children know this too. The only time I take them off, if I'm in the Caymans, I'll have on a short sleeve shirt. I'll even have some 3/4 Bermudas on. But when I'm up here, long sleeves, long pants, all the time. And I have a jacket in the car.
Yeah.
Well, I just
and a hat too, just in case.
Just in case.
Just
Especially with this bald head now,
right,
man.
yep.
No.
Yeah, man.
Man, my throat's taking a beating with this bald head, man.
I just wanted to talk about some things that's going on. And like I said, that we have this debate, Bishop and I. Bishop said that New Jersey is more corrupt than Florida, and I say Florida.
I think you guys are taking the goal now.
Things are changing.
We do have a book called The Soprano State, but you guys, I think we got to give the W to you guys now.
Yeah, because the experiment starts with Florida. Whatever they're going to do, they start here in Florida.
Okay.
Like the redistricting and all that other stuff, they've already done it here in Florida. And
so that probably means Alcatraz won't be restored, right?
Well, for a lot of people don't realize they've already built another prison in North Florida.
Really?
With the same, yes. They've already, it's there, it's in place. And at similarities, there's an old airport that's right next to it where they can go ahead and get people in and get them out without anybody noticing it. And they've been doing that, and nobody's talking about that particular situation. The other thing that we have here in Florida is that we have kids that are not going to school or they're looking for them. They all of a sudden disappear.
Children?
Let me explain that to you. what happens is that enrollment is down in, I think, in Dade County, like 16,000, and Broward, like 13,000 kids.
I understand why.
Yeah.
I understand why. I mean, if you're afraid to go to court, you're in the right process. You go to court to solidify your citizenship, and they're arresting you from court while you're doing the right thing. Your kids aren't safe in school either.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and people that had jobs, all of a sudden they're gone. They're not here anymore. They just up and gone.
Wow.
Somewhere else. And the thing about it is, it leaves to me, the educational system is that you minus those kids, then you have a smaller classroom. I would say yes, that's good, but they're saying no. I disagree with them.
You got an educational chief. You got an
educational
educational chief that says she's all in favor of A1 schooling. You know, so I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay.
But
so,
how's
my sister doing?
Blessed and highly favored.
Mm-hmm. Is she still blessed and highly favored?
Yes.
Please tell her I asked for her, man.
Okay, thank you so much.
Now let me ask you a question now. I saw, and Tom was saying earlier, that they're closing the Alcatraz and the Everglades.
Mm-hmm.
Now
waste of money.
Yeah, now you've added on that they have already built another facility in northern Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And it's near an airport so they can get people in and out.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that's going to be a way station for deportation? Is that what you think it's going to be?
That's the system that they have. That's what they've been doing all the time. All the time they've been doing this. And then the thing about it, as soon as they catch up to what's going on, they switch and change to something else.
Okay. Now, I'll ask you this and then we got to go. What is the general feeling among the people that you're exposed to about the way Florida is presently run and also the way it's being perceived by other states? What's the opinion down there?
It's insulting because of the fact that I hate to have somebody to tell me that they know more about my history than I do, would actually live that history. I know about it. Okay?
Sure.
I know people who, you were on this topic maybe last week or a couple of weeks ago, where we know former people that were slaves.
Yes.
Okay, and they lived it, and we know what they have educated us on and things that actually happened. I've seen the stripes on their backs. I've seen those things and see how they were treated. They were called sharecroppers or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, but that was actually slavery. But,
yeah.
And I know people who had to leave certain areas to come to Florida so that they can get out of that particular system.
Yeah.
So don't try to tell me that, you know,
it doesn't exist and you're going
you don't want your kids to feel bad.
Yeah.
What about me? I had to grow up under that system, you know?
Thank you, Dan.
Okay.
All right, talk to you soon, man.
See you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye. Well, we're coming up on the end of another program. I want to thank all of you, all our callers from around the area, around the region, around the country. And also remind you tomorrow is our 8 a.m. virtual service, our 11 a.m. live service here in person. It's Transform Nation Sunday. We'll be featuring all of our our original music. In addition to this is our Transform Lives Month, where people are getting saved in great numbers. My new book, Elevate, is out. Please support us by purchasing it. Our bookstore is open today. If you need some news updates, what we're doing, you text BBC News to 28950. If you need inspirational uplifting during the week, text BBC Elevate to 28950. We want to pray with you. Send your prayer requests to prayer@gotobethany.com. And join us on YouTube. Subscribe to David G. Evans 1 and BBC of NJ on YouTube, but also subscribe to DGEMS and On Point on all our podcast platforms. For Pastor Nicholas Smith, I'm Bishop David G. Evans. We'll see you next time.